when suddenly there was a point. This was all during the lyrical golden year of television. There suddenly was a point where the advertising agencies realized that enough people were watching this for it to become a genuinely commercial medium. Up to that point, Philco had just been sort of sponsoring this, but not with any real proper remuneration for the amount of money. Also, we were doing it for almost nothing. I mean, really, the writers were poorly paid, the actors were poorly paid. The magnificent thing about Philco in this golden era was that it was on Sunday night. And in those days, the Broadway theater was dark on Sunday night. So if the actors were trapped in a hit, God forbid, you know, they were trapped doing 8 performances a week, 6 nights, and they were desperate to do something else. So we could get Henry Fonda, we could get these people for $300 to perform in this, only because they were anxious to do something else besides Mr. Roberts or whatever show they happened to be in. So we had this marvelous period. But let me return now to this sudden sort of breakthrough period where suddenly it's worthwhile as a commercial medium. And all of a sudden it becomes the Philco Goodyear Playhouse, and all of a sudden you feel this alien breath in the control room, and it's a guy saying, is she going to say that? Are you going to, her nose is running, you know? And the chill hit. And we just, without really any of us saying it, just started drifting away from this. Patty went to Broadway. At this time, CBS then had this idea for the show. So Martin Manulis came into New York, and he came up to each one of us and said, how many will you do for me? And I, you know, and so I said, I'll do 4.
Was this Playhouse 90 he was doing?
This was in preparation for Playhouse 90.
Yeah. This was about 1954 or?
About 54. Because NBC had started something called Producers Showcase with Fred running it. And I think because they were trying to sell color. That's what the principal motive in all of this was always that they were trying to expand the medium, and since NBC was owned by RCA, which was making the sets, there was a phone from General Sarnoff's office down to my control room when I was doing the first Producers Showcase, which was State of the Union with Margaret Sullivan and Joe Cotton. And
Lindsay and Krause.
Lindsay and Krause. And the phone would ring saying, that dress, she's got to have more color in the dress. Was the general. All he was interested in was the color in the dress.
He was watching the rehearsals?
There was direct feed up to his office at Rockefeller Center from Brooklyn.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. But that was, so the commercial aspect of television changed all of this sort of improvisatory, free period. And it began to try to read the scripts beforehand, which with Fred was very difficult because he said, you can't read, and he was insolent to almost the last degree. But slowly we lost control of those shows.